I'm not saying you have to, but if you got a bit of time, in the link below, there's a little link below in this description. It is a Spotify link to listen to our album, or our project, I would say, San Junipero from Vibba. Give it a listen. Just give it a one listen. It's only 26 minutes. It's not even a half of football.
The Prem is back, man. I didn't like the way it started though, with Liverpool and Norwich, because I just feel like Liverpool always batter Norwich.
Yeah, they always. Suarez killed them.
Remember them?
Hella hat-tricks.
Hella hat-tricks.
Goals from the halfway line.
Yeah.
Volleys, half volleys,
Come on.
everything.
But it's back though, the Prem's back, and it just means it's smoke. Seeing the group pop in with 1,000 messages, no VNs.
I'm gassed!
Oh no.
No, I am though. Come on,
No.
listen, do you know what it is? The Premier League's back. I've been waiting however many weeks. No, I didn't count the days, but I was vexed during off-season, especially since my team weren't really banging in the transfer window. But we came back, and we came back with a bang.
Yes, you did.
I'm more excited the fact that FilthyFellas is back, and I just take a look at everyone like, oh my god, like people are still arriving here at the studio and not jumping in front of camera. Steve-O's still farting. Miles is still a massive L. I saw last week all these boys talking about me, but all these bitches on this show are my sons. If it's not for me, they don't have a career in football.
We are currently second in the Premier League. I'm shameless and I don't care. 4-0. Man United, we're back. 4 claps for Man United, you know, like that. All right, maybe there was a 5th at the end, but you lot didn't notice that. You see what I'm saying?
Bro,
What's wrong?
I don't think you get it, bruv. You got massive hands, bruv.
Oh, you mean the noise?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just, the excitement. Sorry. But yeah, the Premier League's back, man. I'm gassed. What you like? I don't know if you're...
You've done something to my equilibrium. Honestly, I'm all...
Sorry. And it's not. It's just the excitement, man. The Premier League's here, cuz.
One win.
Yeah, do you know
Against
what it
a Chelsea team that couldn't buy no one, had loads of injuries.
Battered. Absolutely battered. I thought they played well in the first half. You seem to be holding your own. You're quite unlucky to be 1-0 down.
Yep.
And then the second half, you're in deep water.
You live and you learn. You know, this is a marathon, not a race. Well, it's a race. It's just not a sprint.
4-0 win over one of our nemesis.
Your bitter rivals that's been spanking
Savage
the living
Dan.
there.
I'm quite happy for you, know.
If
I'm
Savage
glad you got
Dan
this win.
requested not to be sitting where Mars is right now. So that's a
Exactly.
fantastic L for you, big man.
4-0 is not meant to look like that. A 4-0 win, you've been convincingly beaten. Battered. But it wasn't that kind of match. United are shit. And we played with a lot of inexperience, played a little bit immaturely, lost our heads a bit.
I want my view back.
What, for the match?
I want my view back. Yeah, I want my view back because obviously you said Emerson.
Yeah, he's trash.
That's a Brazilian. That's Italian, which doesn't make sense.
He's a left back that played right mid.
And he did an overlap on the right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kurt Zuma, for me,
He's lost it. He's lost it.
I feel like when he parks his car, he always scratches his rims. I feel like every time he eats, he doesn't wash the plate.
Zuma. Didn't you hear what I said on my channel? His face was like a slide tackle. How do you think? If this face is bigger than... Bruv, you can't be excited about being a big face youth, bro. Like, if you're punching him, there's better places to hit, fam. Zuma's face is massive.
We've got a chairman that can't even, an owner that can't even get in the country, you know, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of problems at the bridge, but I'm here to fix things.
It's going to be a long job.
Listen, you are doing a lot right now. What uni is it you go to?
Bath.
Bath. What's
It's a
going on
rugby-
over
it's a
there?
rugby.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
helps.
explains everything.
Not that I
He's come back
partake.
with a lot of strange jokes this week. You know, it must be all that rugby he's playing. With all those weird shaped balls.
All the initiations.
So it's your
We're
first
good.
clean
Then we've got
sheet.
Spider-Man Bissaka.
What?
That's what we're calling him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're
Don't
calling him
tarnish his
Spider-Man.
career like that. Don't tarnish his
Bro,
career.
that career's going to the highest.
You're tarnishing him. He's not
Listen,
Spider-Man.
he's
There's
not-
only one Spider-Man here. It's me, Miles Morales. That's the only Spider-Man I know.
Your name's not Morales, bro.
Doesn't matter. His name's Miles. There's a Spider-Man called Miles. So when you address me as Spider-Man.
No one's ever going to
Saka.
call you Spider-Man, ever. Like, just understand that's never going to happen.
I am an Avenger.
Listen, Man United don't do clean sheets, big man. We're like poets and bed sheets, like really
dirty most of the time.
It's mad that you've seen his bed sheets, though.
It's just crazy, isn't it? Yeah. One time I stayed over his house, not in his bed though.
But we're not going to do the clean sheet stuff because Chelsea are playing Tammy Abraham. Like, you know, we know Tammy Abraham he's a young striker coming through.
He killed the championship,
Yes.
but it's the
Come
Prem.
on. They're
Give him
playing.
some time.
What's the other guy's called? Mount what? Mount who? Mount Leicester? What's his name?
And his surname Mount. His surname.
Oh, yeah. What's his first name? Mason.
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount.
What do you reckon?
Nah.
Not for me. For the first match, not for
Ask
me.
me next week. I want to check if he follows me first, then I'll cuss him.
Everyone's gassing Marcus Rashford, thinking that Rashford's going to be this guy now. Rashford, you're a great guy. You're on 300 bags a week. Come on, fam. Black power, all of that, my brother. But if we're being totally honest, bro, that's one of the worst performances I've seen. And you managed to score 2.
If we rely on Rashford, I think that's going to be the biggest problem of us this season because we've done that a lot with our strikers. Relied on them to do it and they don't do it. Because there's a combination of different players, I feel like it's going to be less pressure on him. So that means he should deliver.
It was a sloppy game, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course.
Very sloppy game by both teams, giving it away, but that's what made it exciting. And the other thing, Martial, not sure if he's that guy.
Big man, he scored a centre forwards goal. Alan Shearer, Andy Cole. Them man, did you see it? In front of the defender. You get me? Aspilicueta later. Oh my gosh, rhymes in time. Come to the top of my mind. See how I shine.
That was Harry's first game.
That can't be right.
That was Harry's first time to Old Trafford.
That can't be right.
No way.
Cannot be right.
That's impossible.
No.
Then, well, if he's a Man U fan, then I'm a Man U fan then. Obviously, I went to the game being a man.
It
So
was in the
obviously-
sky though. I saw your ticket.
No, do you know what it is? It was last minute, so I had to hit up someone. I said, "Yo, what, can you get me? Hello,
You watched?
hello." Then they came through, innit? I don't know where was you?
I was at home watching.
I travel with my team.
Ross, first what?
Not Harry.
That
Maguire,
what?
bro.
Hey, yo, HP, you're my guy, innit? I can't really, but I see you doing the skip and jump on the steps on your Insta, and you're only now skipping and jumping to Old Trafford. That's not.
Yeah, and he wants to talk the most. Like, I love you, H, but I didn't know that was his first game.
I just found that out just now.
I didn't know. And
I didn't know.
He talks like a seasoned Man United. Because what it is, if you're a Man United London fan, there's certain things that have to happen. You have to have been to a big European
have to make more-
game.
you have to
You've
make
had
more of an
been
effort, yeah.
Loads of league games. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You ain't been to one league game.
You know the maddest thing is, I think it was before you joined, we used to kill Scribs for never going to a United game.
Yeah, Bolt pretends he goes because he's always saying, "No, yeah, I'm good. No, I
Buys the
can't come here
shirts.
to there."
Yeah.
Buy shirts, stuff like that.
And then one season in, Harry's already matched his total. They're both on one appearance.
Yeah. Is Scribb still living with Bolt?
Yeah, it's a bunk bed setup, isn't it?
I thought
That's for life.
because Bolt obviously lost his job and his marriage
Yeah.
How many games have you been to?
twice.
Okay.
One of them was a treble game, and I'm shameless.
Oh, okay.
But listen, you know what I'm saying? Bolt has moved in. I think he's left Scribs. They've had to move out because of the lack of income. And I think he's moved into Miles' spare room.
They don't have a spare room though.
Yeah, the spare room, the one with the washing basket and the towel carpet.
Yeah, that's Miles' bed.
Well, they're sharing I think they've got a triple bed.
Right.
They must do.
What? King size bed.
I don't know. I think just like one's just stacked on top of each
Oh,
other.
shit,
just
like a triple
stacking
bunk bed.
beds. Yeah.
Dan came in a shirt, a blazer, and cotton shorts. The moment I saw that, I knew Chelsea were dead. Because from time their fans are giving up, and they're black. For you to be a black Chelsea fan, you've made a commitment that you should be here for a very long time. You're black, for Christ's sake. We see how racist them man are. And you're bailing out.
Good time
They're
for them.
struggling, Parry. I'm
Good
happy
time.
to see it as well.
I'm so happy. That Savage Dan has come here with a suit, with shorts on. Absolutely amazing. That's what a team can do to you.
That's terrible. He wore that.
That's a
he wore that
shocker.
last year.
Does he even wash it? Because he's always got it ready.
It had a distinctive smell.
Yeah, it smelled a bit frowsy. It smelled
It
like
did.
arse.
This is a man that just had a fantastic interview with Anthony Joshua. And this guy knows boxing. If you watch Wade in, he knows he's boxing.
Yeah, he does.
I think he's the hardest out of all of us.
Yeah.
I think if we all tried to rush him, he would rush us.
No,
That's
we
how-
got it, man. There's enough.
No,
of
no,
us.
not you guys. I mean, I'm calling my cousins.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm calling family members because you guys ain't got strength like that.
Yeah, he's not. He's not savage Dan. He's distraction Dan. He's playful Dan. He's silly Dan. He's not really Chelsea savage Dan. Do you get what I'm saying? There's nothing savage about him. He
Not
talks
no
about-
more.
Like if you wear shorts and a suit and sing slow jams when your team loses, you're soft. You're soft. Soft Dan. That's what I should call you.
Nah, not yet.
It can't get that bad for me, can it? Have you won the league in the last?
No.
Oh, have you won the league? Full stop. Have you won anything? You know?
Pretty much, no.
You know, there's only so much chat that everyone can have for me. Yes, we had a bad week. Steve-O had a worse week than me. Steve-O lost 5-0.
Did he though?
Yeah.
You're claiming this as if it's fact. I don't think it is.
5-0.
To Manchester City,
Were they at home?
you just take that and move on. You just take that and move on.
I personally don't think Dan will turn on Lampard, especially because that's his dad. And
That's what I'm saying.
You
Well,
know-
you say Dan. I've seen pictures of Dan behind
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah, yeah.
Like head. Obviously, it's not Frank. It's not Dan, but it's a head.
Yeah.
The heads have changed.
Yeah.
But he posted it himself.
He
so-
did it himself,
yeah, so-
and that's my point. He has called Frank Lampard his father.
I don't think you'll turn on him. I just don't think you'll ever swallow your dignity to do so. I think you could be on like a 40-game losing streak, and you'll just say it's facts. Next match is next match, and we can turn it around.
you know.
I don't think you're going to throw him under the bus.
I can't.
I think you're so loyal to him, you're
Yeah.
blind.
My Twitter name used to be Frank Lampard Jr.
I think Savage Dan is going to turn on Lampard this season. I'm going to give Savage Dan until about bonfire night till the first week in December. So that's a little month period you've got where I feel we're going to see a turn. Because you have 4 episodes of Filthy Fellas, and within them 4 episodes, you're going to see Savage Dan just turn to Dan. There's going to be no savagery. Because there's no way you can be a savage man in a blazer unless you work for a company that I won't name and you're the CEO, you probably sniff coke. If that's not you, then you can't be doing that, Dan. I'm sorry, this doesn't make any sense.
I believe in him. I just feel like it's the old omelette debate, you know. Can't make a good omelette with, you know, not the greatest eggs, you know. Mourinho wanted Waitrose eggs, I believe it was. I think he wanted Waitrose eggs,
Right.
you know. And at the moment, we've got
Lidl eggs.
Lidl. We've got Lidl's are decent.
It's
What was the other one? What was Netto? We've got Netto eggs.
Neto?
Jose Mourinho, by far, is the greatest contribution Sky Sports have made.
This is what Mourinho said.
that was
Because they
horrible.
asked him, which teams can win the Premier League? And he said, 4 teams. Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Manchester City beat him. I'm so funny. I'm Jose Mourinho. I cannot get a job, so I need to go on Sky Sports and talk shit and get some hot takes, and maybe I'd be on the internet. And maybe they talk about me on FilthyFellas.
I was
Bit of
pissed
melon.
off he's on this.
Do you know what? I loved it. Do you know what I loved about him being there when Man United beat Chelsea? It's 2 of your, former teams, and your most recent team that you've just left has just spanked your old team 4-0. That's what you get. All the players that you jumped on played well. Muppet.
He's the
Calmest
best.
face. He is the best.
Like, how did he get sacked? Like Poet, like Vooch, and no more. Oh, sorry, Bolt.
Oh shit. Sorry, bro.
Now, Bolt didn't get sacked. Bolt left.
Allegedly.
No, he left.
They leave.
After reading the email from his boss.
There's no doubt in my mind that Man City's B team batters Tottenham.
I'd agree with that.
So I think Mourinho probably got that one wrong. Tottenham are going to be there until March,
Yeah.
and then they'll just float away as they
Do our
always
usual.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're letting me have it this early in the
Just-
season.
There's no point putting up a fight when I know it's reality.
What are you studying in Bath?
Education and psychology.
Education and psychology.
Yeah, it's like collaboration.
Hold on, wait. You can study education.
Man City's B team would finish 4th in this league, bro.
You reckon?
Maybe 3rd. How about that? How about that, bro? That's facts.
I think City-
He talks the most facts, and people in this PC world we're living in don't want to hear it.
Tottenham.
The
I
fact
saw
that he said
Tottenham.
Tottenham, so he thinks Tottenham can win it over Arsenal.
Yeah,
He
do
doesn't
you
even
know what? Yeah, I can't lie to you though. Tottenham's going to be in my top 4. Yeah, Tottenham's
it?
in my top 4, 100%.
Oh wow, that means you're counting yourself out because you ain't making it.
Oh wow.
So how about that?
Do you think you're making it?
But big man, I'm already on guest list, Harry. You get to the door and asking if your name's on the list.
That was a good one.
Raul and Edu are the best signings Arsenal have made in about since 2005. That is the best signings. How can you have 45 million but not have 45 million? Because I found the man that talks about finances and I went through it. Arsenal spent more than 45 million, which means they lied to everyone and everyone believed it.
Arsenal had the best window. Is that better? But they didn't address their biggest problem. And their biggest problem is defence.
It's bollocks, man. Arsenal are gonna not get in top 4.
No, but I feel like they do that just to protect themselves.
Do what?
Like, so they'll reset themselves and be like, new season, new goals, and then
Their goals are
Same.
always the same. They always fall short. There's not really much positive I can say about Arsenal.
no.
There's not.
We're gonna have a good season. I'm not saying amazing.
I want you guys to remember this.
Yes, I'm
What
saying
he
it with my
just
chest.
said.
I say stuff with my chest, and I say it when I mean it. It's my team. I'm backing my team. This season is looking good.
You
for
are
us.
losing. Listen, I guarantee you now, 100%, yeah, you're not winning a damn trophy.
And you are.
For Bants, yeah, for Bants, yeah, you couldn't even win the Emirates Cup.
Oh God, bro.
It's all mad over at Arsenal.
I mean, I watched the video once and that was it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
but-
I didn't see much.
Yeah,
Nothing really happened.
yeah. You know, it's for me. In school, an Eastern European pops up out of the blue, 3 years older than everyone in the year. No, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, this is facts. I'm taking you back.
Yeah.
Pops up, has 4 or 5 fights, beats everyone up, gets expelled. You forget about him. We had a guy from Albania called Eddie.
Eddie,
Eddie, that was his name. I will never forget him. Say
Yeah.
Aloysius.
was he on smoke?
He was fighting he got expelled. I was scared of him. All right? I look at Kolasinac. Now, Kolasinac is from Bosnia.
Yeah.
Them Bosnians are on job.
When I saw Arsenal push through that Tierney deal, I knew this beef that their man had was proper. Because we don't need 3 left backs. No one needs 3 left backs in life. That's far too much. So, Kolasinac, big man, your missus has gone back to Germany. I would do the same. I'm hearing the man them are on you. You have to have 24-hour watch.
What's your manager's name again?
Unai Emery.
I reckon
he's
he's the one.
Turkish. Just let you
Yeah,
know.
I reckon he's the one that lined up the robbery.
That's a good one.
Just to
That's-
usher out. Because
that
he
makes
Turkish
sense.
mafia, they don't play
That
games.
makes sense. He lined them up.
Yeah,
He said, "Big man, I got something for you."
lined him. But that's good. I get it. But
got
Ozil
something
ain't going
for you.
nowhere still. He's staying there. The fans will go crazy if he leaves.
I got something for you.
Do you think Ozil's a good player?
Okay, make sure it happens. You got
Bro.
to click it first, man. Can't just you got to end it properly.
You're on crack, man. Seriously.
I don't smoke drugs.
Nah, bro, there's something wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Because you full on had a conversation about a phone call while I was talking to you about football. I actually thought, oh, yeah, okay, she's gonna shut up soon.
Nah,
And you ended up on the phone.
big man, you got to finish it. Make sure it happens.
So when you finish, you just do the clip.
You make sure it happens.
So okay, cool. So we're on the
That's it.
phone. Yo,
No,
Mars.
he's quiet.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, okay, cool. We need to line up Ozil.
Yeah, make sure it happens.
And then what do you do? What do I do then in this situation? Do
You
I
hang
click
up now.
it?
Yeah,
So
that's
boom,
it.
Boom. Then
I'm
what
the
do you do?
boss. You don't talk to me after that.
Oh
That's
shit.
it.
Okay, boom. Click.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then you put the phone down.
Ozil and Kolasinac, there's nothing that will make me happier than you, man, playing for Arsenal. Especially after Kolasinac is sticking it on, man, in shorts. And look at Miles when he wears shorts. His shorts are terrible. Terrible. The Dickie sign is on the other side. This is not real. How can you fake Dickies?
You know, he sent his wife back to Germany,
Why?
presumably because of fear of safety.
Fear of safety. It's an open shut case. They tried to rob you. This happens. So you don't need to not go to Newcastle. What danger's in Newcastle?
We just want to know if you got anything to
Nope,
say about Hammers.
nothing, bro. First game of the season against the champions, probably the best team we've ever seen in this country. Best team in the world right
Did
now.
you try to say that just to get out my nose? Because obviously my team's won the Premier League 13 times and you're trying to say...
This team now,
Yeah.
this Man City team I am watching, that's B team would finish top 4, is the best team the Premier League has ever seen.
I have nothing to say. West Ham are boring anyway. Talking about West Ham losing is boring, man. You men are just shit. The best moment that West Ham have ever produced was a man walking into the middle of the ground with a flag. I say bring him back. Make him the coach. Make him the coach. Find him. I want him on FilthyFellas.
No one really cares today. Let's be honest. No one actually cares about West Ham.
Nah.
Like, we've been... How long has Steve been on the
Well,
show?
I'm shocked that they're still in the Prem. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have gone at any time over the last few years, but they're sticking around and they're giving Steve-O, You know, what even happens if they do go down? What does he do?
I've had a theory for a long time, and I don't think Steve-O's here to represent West Ham. I just think Steve-O's here to represent himself, but we're actually just pimping Steve-O out.